Yo, what's going on? It's Greg Santos. Welcome to the Outlier Circle. If this is your first time joining me here today, what I do is I help isolated outliers who lack a powerful network of mentors and peers, and I help you build a world-class network. If that sounds like you, hit that subscribe button down below. Also, make sure you hit that bell so every time I come out with a new video, you can be notified and you can watch it, get some value, and transform your life. Now, I want to get into a video specifically on a comment that I got on one of my videos. So basically, I created one of my early videos was how to wake up at 4 a.m. And I have a comment here from Dashia. I might be mispronouncing that, but it says, "Great, but how do you get a firm bedtime? In particularly me. I would love to see another video about your 2 week process, like mentally and physically. How did you stay consistent during that hard period?" So when I first started waking up early in the morning, that was not an easy thing to do at all. Because you got to think about this, right? So leading up to where I am today, where I wake up at 3:50 every single morning, I write down my goals every day, I do 100 push-ups, I meditate, I journal, I do some sort of public speaking with my morning hustlers call, and then I clean up the kitchen and then read for about an hour. And that's what my morning routine usually looks like. And when I first started, it wasn't like that at all. What helped me stay consistent for those 2 weeks that was very challenging was there was a few things at play. Number one, I had to decide on what time I was going to go to bed and what time I was going to wake up. And I had to stay firm to that. In Hal Elrod's book, Miracle Morning, he said that when you snooze your alarm, you unconsciously tell yourself or subconsciously tell yourself that it's okay for you to not follow through with the things you say you're going to do. So I knew that when I woke up, I had to get up at that specific time and get up with one alarm. And it wasn't easy. So first I had to do some math, really basic math in terms of how many hours a night am I going to get sleep. And I was thinking about, 6 to 8 hours. That's what we usually hear. And so I decided to go with 7, like right in the middle. So I decided to go to bed at 8:30 every single night. And then initially I started waking up at 4:45 until one of my mentors told me I needed to wake up at 4 a.m. But when in that 2 week period, it was very challenging because your body is going through different changes because it's not used to going to bed so early. It's not used to waking up so early. And your body's like adjusting. So it is really tough. And I mean, the first couple days, you feel extremely exhausted. I remember at work, I was waking up early with one of my coworkers, and she would turn around sometimes and look at me and say, "I am so fucking tired right now." And I'm like, I am exhausted. And it'd be like 12 p.m., 1 p.m. And oftentimes I spend my lunch break actually taking a nap in my car. And the days I didn't take a nap in my car, I would go home and I would take a nap. I'd usually be home like at 3:30 or maybe 4 o'clock. And I would set an alarm for 18 minutes to take a nap. And oftentimes that nap would end up going into 90 minutes, 2 hours. It was really hard to control. Like my body needed that rest. But despite that nap that I would take, I would still be up. I would still be in bed by 8:30. And this is before I even knew about melatonin. Nowadays, if I knew what I know now back then, I would have taken some melatonin to help me sleep at night. But no matter what, 8:30, my bedtime. It doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter if there's a social event, if anyone invites me to hang out. It doesn't matter if it's the weekend. It doesn't matter if it's holiday. It doesn't matter if there's a birthday. It did not matter. What was most important was that I stuck to waking up early and going to sleep early. So I had to be extremely firm with 8:30. Now, one thing that made it easier was having accountability. So I have this group. It's called the Morning Hustlers, and it's a accountability group that I run every single day at 5 o'clock in the morning. And the reason why I created that group is because I figured if I am the host of this meeting, I have to make every single meeting. I can never miss a meeting because I'm the host. And I told everybody I'm going to do this 7 days a week. And if I miss, I then start to develop a reputation of someone who doesn't follow through with the things they say they're going to do. And I couldn't live with that. There was way too much pain with being associated with someone who doesn't follow through, or someone who doesn't have the, like, and someone who doesn't commit to their word. These people were waking up early with me, and they're relying on me to run this meeting. And what a slap to their face if they wake up and then the host doesn't make it. They're like, I woke up because I wanted the accountability and you didn't make it. So one thing that can help out tremendously, and I've even seen this with a buddy of mine, what he does is at his workplace, he's in real estate, and they wake up, they have like a 4:30 a.m. little accountability group. And he put together a group, they put together a little group text, and every single day at whatever time in the morning, they text the group, I'm up. And if they don't text the group, then they have to either pay some money or they have to do X amount of push-ups or burpees. There's a consequence. That's the bottom line. So set up some kind of accountability with a group of people. Now, I decided to do a Zoom call because I love to speak publicly and teach people. So the accountability group is people come, I explain a lesson that I've learned from the day before or something that I learned from some kind of event, kickstart their day on the right foot. They get a dopamine hit. They feel fantastic. That prompts them to want to come again and again because it's like, well, what's the lesson? What's the lesson? What's the lesson? How can I, get my day started off on the right foot? What do I need to be thinking about throughout the day? And it's very relatable to a lot of people. So those 2 weeks are very challenging, and there's no way that I would have been able to get through those weeks without the accountability, without the help of other people. And it's the same thing with my success. There's no way I'd be where I'm at today without my mentors, without my peers. And even when I accomplish a huge amount of success, I'm not a self-made person. Like, I got to where I am by relying and leaning on other people, and other people get to where they're at by leaning on other people as well. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You tend to hold yourself to the standard that the group that you're in holds themselves to. So if they hold themselves to a high standard, you can't help but hold yourself to a similar standard. So when you put together this group, make sure you really are firm about the consequences that come with not making it to the meeting. And make sure they follow through with that. Make them send you a video. Make them send you $50. Make it so painful that there's more pain associated to not doing it than actually doing it. Okay? And you can easily say, well, if they wake up, they can send the text and then they can go back to sleep. Well, that's for them to live with themselves. They're going to live in their own skin with feeling guilty of not sending the $50 or not following through with their word or whatever it is. So make sure that you actually hold your friends accountable for waking up. And I'm telling you, if you can just make it past those 2 weeks, as far as waking up early and going to bed early, it makes it a lot easier to wake up early. And today, I've been doing this for about a year, maybe like 13 months now. And now it just gets to the point where it's so normal, you feel like anyone can just do it. Anyone can wake up at 3:50. It's not a big deal at all. It's just another thing. Just another thing. So that's the point you want to get to. So hopefully that helped out a lot for me. It was just like being very, very, very firm with my bedtime. No one can intrude on that. And just having boundaries. People will treat you the way you expect to be treated. So with that being said, if you got some value from this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like this kind of format, hey, just put it in the comments. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. If you want me to make a video on something, I'd be more than happy to make a video on the hustle, on making connections, on giving value, whatever it is. As long as it's something that I have some expertise in, I would be more than happy to make a video. So again, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.